Hey everybody, it's Andrew and welcome back to Miguel's. Right then, last we left off, well, we're fucked. Okay, not quite. Head up, shoulders straight. So, Shelton's dead, and we gotta hike back to civilization. And they're relying on me, apparently, to find the right path. We set us in the woods. My legs still aching from yesterday's walk, not helped by the extra weight. At some point, I realize I'm the one leading. Edda might be calling the shots from the back, but I'm walking ahead of the others. We make surprisingly good time, despite having to stop a couple times to rest. I recognize the place with the hill crest, knowing Shelton's car is on the other side. Wait here. I looked back over the car for a moment, but it's not been touched since I left. No one's found him, and no one is probably looking for us. The dread settles into my stomach all over again seeing Shelton. I quickly go back to the girls, deciding it's probably better they don't see this. Let's go around, this way. Edda looks at me warily. The path, which has almost become indistinguishable, is the only thing giving us a direction. The car. I motion my head toward the hill and she nods in understanding, silently seeming to agree with my decision. This way then. Better for morale if the others don't see a dead body. And in this kind of situation, morale is very important. We hit off the beaten path, pushing tree limbs and bushes aside, but I'm careful to stay parallel to the trail. My legs. Does walking make your butt look good? Please tell me it does. I seriously need a silver lining. Your butt will look great, but your spine will be crooked. Then you'll be the hunchback with the nicest ass. Huh. We need to decide which way to go. Edda interrupts over the chatter, making me snap to attention. Well, this is my cue. Trying to sound like I had the faintest idea of what I'm doing, I choose a direction. Really? I don't know. If there were cues I was supposed to be picking up on, I didn't. I don't know. Oh, God. But saying just let fate decide sounds worse. I'm just gonna guess and say northwest. I really have no idea. Although you know what? Real quick, because this seems like a very important thing, I'm gonna save here. There. That way, if it turns out the direction fucked me over and I got a bad ending because of it, I can just come back here and choose a different direction. Hopefully, get something better out of that. So there you go. The girls follow my directions without question, none of them having any better sense of where we are. Giant oaks tower above us, with the occasional pine tree dotting the scenery. The forest, old and unwelcoming, seems dark even in the middle of the day like this. A thick canopy will do that, yes. Carrying a somber, almost melancholy feeling, we walk onward. I wonder how long we can keep this up. When my sides start to sting and the ache in my back becomes a dull constant, I know our odds aren't good. We didn't exactly come out here prepared to hike for our survival. My muscles are a continual reminder of how far down the food chain I've already sank. Rain tries to cheer us up with some songs, but in this area, beneath the shadows of the trees, it just doesn't work. Finally, my feet slow to a stop as I stare out through the trees. Do you ever get one of those feelings where something just doesn't feel right? All the girls stop and look at me. What's wrong? I don't know. It's just... I can't explain it. It was like a shiver had gone down my spine, but it had nothing to do with the temperature. Oh no. You see that? I don't like the way that sounds. The whole JonTron meme, I don't like where this is going. Fuck, did I choose the wrong direction? Was it something else, or... Uh-oh. That's when I hear it. The slight rustling of the undergrowth. Had I heard it before and just not realized it? Twigs snapped loudly ahead of us, making all of us go entirely still. What is that? We keep straining to listen. Maybe someone's out there. Would you be quiet? Psst, guys. Hush. No, seriously, look. Andrea's distressed whisper finally catches our attention, and we turn to see what she's pointing at. Dried in the mud is a half-formed shape of a palm bigger than my own hand. My heart sinks into my chest as we all turn to stare. A hulking, dark shape lumbers between the trees, its breaths loud enough to be heard even from here. Holy shit. Andrea clamps the hand over Rain's mouth, all of us standing, frozen to our spots, as we watch the bear sniff around. Slowly, carefully, we back up until the creature's at least out of our immediate sight. Do you think it knows we're here? We're still alive, aren't we? It might not be aggressive. It's a bear! Of course it's going to be aggressive. Under the right circumstances, yes. If you're lucky, you may have a chance of getting away. If you want to walk up and pet it, be my guest, but that's not what she's saying. I interrupt before Etta can even reply, certain that whatever comment she'd make could be enough to make Rain start yelling. We have to get past this somehow, though, and if it's not aggressive, then we may be able to scare it off. That's a really big gamble. Yeah. Why don't we just go around it? I don't know how far we have to go to get out of its territory, and the idea of backtracking makes my feet throb. A twig snaps far too close to us, making each of us freeze up like rabbits without the advantage of speed. If I listen close, I can practically hear the snuffling breaths of a creature that's always looking for something to eat. We stare at each other, each of us tense as we listen for any sign of the bear getting closer. Rain tucks herself against Andrea's side while Etta flexes her fingers tightly. Don't worry, I won't let anything happen. I don't know what inspires me to whisper those words, because mostly bullshit. Something about seeing all their faces pale and anxious compels me to do something. Even if it's the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life, and dumb decisions are my forte. Stay here. I think I have a plan. That was a lie. Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm gonna try intimidating the bear first. I don't think this will go poorly. No, I don't think this will go well, but I'm gonna give it a shot and see if maybe I'll be surprised. Might just die and have to come back and lure the bear away, but we'll see. I drop my pack behind me at a full run as I charge toward the bear. It's the bravest, most reckless thing I've ever done. But when you're a predator, you're not used to being chased. At least I think that's what it said on TV once. I haven't watched any of those nature channels in years, but it sounds right. The bear swivels its huge head toward me as I throw out my arms and give the loudest yell I can muster. I try to make myself seem big and loud. Well, no, that didn't go well. The bear rises up on its haunches, saliva dripping out of its mouth. It releases an ear-shaking roar that drowns out my pipsqueak of a yell as I skid to a stop. My feet find wet leaves and fly out from under me, leaving me to follow my ass as I stare upward. Oh shit! Everything turns to crushing pain. The bear's weight lands on me, pinning me beneath it as I see tongue and fang filling up my vision. Teeth, claws, and an impossible weight on my chest. I am ripped open like a flimsy pillow. I shriek as the whole world vanishes, either hidden by the bear or a flap of skin ripped off my own face. I can't see anything but my own blood. I can't even hear my own mangled screams of the roar of the pain. The last thing I feel is my broken ragdoll body crumple to the ground the final time. Game over. Ending one bear attack. He died as he lived, as an idiot. Alright, option 2. I guess only option 1 if you're counting down. I move forward into the woods, my heart hammering into my chest. Death by bear. Pretty metal way to die, all things considered. I mean, not when you actually experience it, which I just have through your eyes, and it wasn't quite metal as you went out, you know, screaming in pain and being tossed around like a broken toy. I can see the bear again, just there in the distance. Tossing my pack onto the ground, I hastily pull out some of the food we have left over from breakfast. The plastic container's lid slips under my fingers. Under my grip, my fingers clumsy with anxiety. Come on. Finally, I pry it open. I root deep into the bag, trying to find the thing with the most intense smell. My fingers close around a small tin of Vienna sausages. Perfect. I peel back the lid, then hoist the backpack onto my shoulder again. Ugh. I can certainly smell the tin of sausages, but there's nothing mouth-watering about it. Mixing up a perfect blend of nasty bear food sans honey, I move even closer to the bear's location. It doesn't seem to notice me. My chest aches, too tense to even breathe. I toss a handful of food as close as I dare to get, which isn't very close admittedly. I make a run for it, leaving morsels of food and a trail of sausage juice in my wake. It splatters on the ground in intervals, pieces of bacon and sausage leading away from the girls. If bears are smart enough to go after trash bags and trees, surely go for this. You hope. The food is spent up all too quickly, and I go running around the slope to double back. I ditch the empty container too. Man, if this doesn't work, then I just wasted a whole lot of food for nothing. I jog back up to the group. Surprisingly, Etta has a bottle of water ready for me, which she uses to wash off my hands. Figured it out, huh? I just hope that what you were doing, I just hope that was what you were doing and not something more stupid. That face, though. That's the face someone knows what I went with last time. Did it work? I didn't exactly look to stop. I glanced around, realizing Andrea is already crouched down behind a tree, looking out toward where we last saw the bear. Patting on silent feet, we join her. It takes a few minutes. The bear seems to get curious as it sniffs along the ground. He's going for it. Shh. But Rain's right. After a few minutes, the bear starts licking up the sausage off the ground, following its nose. I never realized how big those things really are. Even from here, it looks massive, its muscles rippling beneath the short, dark fur. It gradually wanders off into the distance, the way I had run, stopping occasionally when it finds a handful of the food. Together, the four of us link hands and make a run for it, slipping through the trees as fast as possible. If we're tired or our limbs are aching, we must have completely forgotten. Our careful steps grow more reckless the further we get, until we're all bolting through the forest at a desperate run. I don't know how long we manage to keep it up. It feels like hours, but it can't be more than 10 minutes. Suddenly, Etta hits the ground. Whoa, hey! I lean down even as she pushes me aside and tries to get up. I'm fine. I tripped. She didn't. I saw the way her legs practically gave out from under her. Well, here. I offer her a hand out, but she reluctantly takes. I slide Shelton's pack out on my shoulder and we pick up the pace again, but aren't nearly as fast as before. Our fear and adrenaline finally come crashing down, leaving us shambling like a group of zombies. It becomes a monumental effort to just put one foot in front of the other, but no one suggests we stop, and I can't bring myself to say it either. It's an unspoken understanding that we all want to be far, far away from that thing back there. But finally, we all seem to stop at once, some silent agreement that this is as far as we can go. I still honestly can't believe you did that. She leans over, a hand pressed to her side as she tries to catch her breath. I can. No, you can't. Kyle's our brave hero. Kyle's a lucky idiot. A fucking idiot would have also been accurate, which is what I almost said. But yes. You should be more appreciative. I didn't see you doing anything to help. Fine. Kyle's a lucky idiot, but he's our lucky idiot. God, okay, no. Rain leans up beside me, surprising me with a sudden kiss on the cheek. The heat rises in my face and then doubles when I feel another pair of soft lips against my other cheek. Andrea has joined in, and there's soft jazz playing in the background. Thanks, I guess. She avoids my gaze as she pulls away, looking a bit bashful. Worth it. Come on, Etta. Aren't you gonna show your appreciation too? That's not necessary. Yeah. I mean, he did face down a bear for our sakes. It's not as though he wasn't saving himself too. But her gaze studies me, her eyes a bit indecisive as she walks up. Still, a debt is a debt. She presses her lips to my cheek, closer to the corner of my mouth than either of the others. When she pulls back, a slightly pink tint has colored her cheeks. There. Now I don't owe you anything. So to Etta, luring off a bear is worth one kiss on the cheek. Like being hard to get. If I had wrestled the bear, maybe I could have gotten a kiss on the lips, or just named a band after your feats. If you get that reference, then kudos, I guess. Was little done to make camp. Tents pitched, and a small fire pit dug. The alternative to me as fucking up those two words would have been tits pinched, which, just no. It takes longer than we expected. It's probably a night in the forest the time we get everything set up for dinner. Andrea suggests we're safer eating foods without strong scents, and we agree. Looks like a handful of granola bars and trail mix tonight. Watching more of the food disappear, I feel a little guilty. We got away from the bear, which is all that matters, and we decidedly don't mention it again now that it's dark. Every run assault in the forest makes us tense, but the subjects have been banned. The last thing we need, besides a bear attack, is hysterics. We stay up extra late, no one looking very comfortable with the idea of sleeping. I pack up the water bottles again, making sure everything's ready to go at a moment's notice. When I'm done, I realize a hush has fallen over the camp. Not at all tired, I decided to find someone to talk to. I'll go with this next time. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode.